Hi Fantasy Managers, welcome to FPL Team Talks. In this video we're going to have a little bit of a knee-jerk reaction. We're going to look at some of the transfers that have been made already this weekend. At time of recording we're still waiting for the Sunday fixtures, but a lot of transfers are taking place. A lot of players shipped out, a lot coming in. So we'll have a little analysis to see, are they good moves, are they not? Are some of them a little bit of a trap? In the meantime, don't forget to like the video. Hit that subscribe button. We're getting together team selection. There'll be free hit videos coming out, and I'm putting together a mini league video as well. All that good stuff. So in the meantime, let's have a look at it. So in this video, like I said, we're going to have a look at a review of some of the transfers that we made so far. Every week, there's a little bit of a knee-jerk reaction to some of the things that have happened at the weekend, only natural. So let's get through some of these and have a look. Which ones are good decisions? Which one do we think are bad decisions? Let's have a look at some of the pros and cons. So players like Saka, Jesus and Ketia have all been brought in, like Cash, Bruno Guimaraes, Wood, Lacazette, Rudiger, Maddison, Kane, all being shipped out. Some of these I feel are a little bit of a trap, but others, yeah, I get. Let's have a look at these. Saka then, he has been on fire just recently. The fact that he's on pens as well has really improved his sort of appeal. In the last 5 games, his XGI 0.8. He's really stepped up to the mark. 2 goals in that, as well as assists. He's got that penalty late on against Chelsea. He got that penalty yesterday, earning both, I think, as well, against Manchester United. Shots 3.2, key PS passes in around the box, all look good. Minutes, as we know, are good. I would refrain from just bringing him in yet. It looked like he took a couple of heavy knocks in the Man U game, but he did finish the 90 minutes. But again, we're just always erring on the side of caution. I would wait for those press conferences to come. One thing that I would say, lots of people moving on these early, and I get the idea of moving in them early, maybe to save yourself price rises. At this point in the season, I think as long as you think as long as it's not going to price you out of a move, I will always wait. And one thing that a lot of the top managers, when trying to get some information earlier on in the season about how to sort of perform and get an edge in FPL, they did not react to price rises. They will always wait until the last possible minute, wait for that team news, and then make the call. And again, with Saka, I feel that that would be the case. Goal map looks really good. He's taking shots in and around the box. He's not just having speculative efforts. But again, he's been brilliant so far this season and in the last 5 games. On pens, like we said, he's absolutely nailed. He looks like an absolute no-brainer to me. I think, some of these fixtures don't look as perhaps as appealing as others. West Ham away, not the easiest fixture. I'd certainly like to bring him for 36 and the end of the season, yeah. But if you've got him, maybe a hold. If you haven't, I don't see better option in an Arsenal shirt right now than Saka. Next one in is Jesus then. Question marks as to whether that Wolves game will be moved into 36 or 37 when it's going to take place. XGI obviously absolutely sort of completely skewered by yesterday's 4 goals. So 6 involvements in the last 5 games, 5 of those coming yesterday. Minutes do not look good though. And there's a stat about his minutes in a minute that we'll have a look at. Points 35, all these stats are skewered by that Watford game. If we have a look, so he's got 5 goals in the last 5 games. He has not played at 90 minutes at all since game week 20. Now, for me, I love those fixtures. I would not be bringing it. The minutes is a real worry. There is a contract issue that he's got over. If you bring him in, I'm not saying it's a bad move. The fixtures look great. Some of those doubles look all right as well. But still in Champions League rotation, I'm just not sure. I'm not 100% sure. 8.4 seems a little bit much for a player that's only played 90 minutes once in the last, 14 game weeks. Yes, it's explosive. It just seems really knee-jerk reaction, and it also just stinks of sort of recency bias. He's not done a lot recently, and those minutes are just a huge worry for me for Manchester City. So for me, I'm avoiding that. Nketiah is another one who, again, he started the last 3, so again, he's come on the radar. 19 points last 5 games. He's got 2 goals involvements last 5 games as well. Expected goal involvement looks good. We looked at him last week. And his price is obviously brilliant. Minutes okay. He's getting some minutes now. Key passes, he's not really in there, is he? To sort of his passing potential. It's more as a case of getting on the end of it. Fixtures look okay. I wouldn't say they're absolutely brilliant. And his goal map again in and around the box. That's where we like to see him, and that's where he operates. Start last 3. That's good. Price is excellent as an enabler at 5.4. I think he's a much better option than, let's say, a Breuer, a Wood. I'd even say he's possibly a better option than the Vigors. It's his place in that side, isn't it? That's what worries me again. For me, big question mark. I think for 5.4, I don't mind. If you haven't got another transfer to use, and you want to bring Nketiah in, yeah, I get it. If it's an enabler to save money, I think there's no better player at that price. If I'm just bringing him in because I haven't, relying on him to be one of my 11 to play, I'm not sure, because I don't know how much is Lacazette going to be taking over his place. How much they've got nothing else to play for. It's just that place that worries me. I'm not sure it's nailed down. But for me, I get it if it's an enabler, saving money, but I'm not sure I'd rely on minutes from him. Matty Cash, here we go. Great fixtures for for Aston Villa even. Last game of the season, difficult game, home to Liverpool, but that's in a double week where he got away at Burnley, got Norwich at home in 35, just kept a clean sheet, of course, and those fixtures in game week 37, they don't look much better than that. He's absolutely nailed on 5 games he's played, every minute of those 5 games. Not much of a goal involvement. I think before that he scored obviously against Leeds and had an assist, I think, as well. So he had a great game in there. So not many points, not many clean sheets in the last 5 games. Expected goals conceded a lot tighter, and obviously that clean sheet against Leicester. I quite liked him. He's actually nailed. The fixtures look great. Form for Aston Villa, you'd have to say they've lost 4 on a trot, but they've just sort of stopped that with Leicester. But those fixtures look so good. For me, yeah, I'm really happy, especially considering he's got a double in 36 and a double in 37. If you're free hitting in 37, maybe less appealing, but you've got that Norwich game in 35. I really like it. Don't rely on him perhaps in that game week 38. Maybe look for a different option. But I think it's a good transfer in. Bruno Guimaraes, let's have a look. Lots of people bringing him in. He's a talk of the town at the moment. So those fixtures just look really tough. I don't think home to Liverpool, away at City. Wow, I mean, even you could argue at home to Arsenal's a bit of a difficult game because all these teams they're playing have got so much to play for. Burnley away, I mean, if Burnley need the punches, you suspect even that's going to be a tight game. But his expected goal involvement in the last 5 games, really good. 4 goal involvements in the last 5. Minutes look fine. Points look great. Shots in around, that's not massively impressive. Nor the key passes, but they're okay. Goal maps, again, show how far forward he is getting. The one thing I would say with him, and I'm a little bit wary of him, lots of people bringing him in, and for the price, I think, yeah, why not? I think his goal involvement, if I just take 3 of the better sides that he's played against, Wolves, Tottenham, Chelsea. So if I take out the likes of Southampton, who are on a horrible run, take out the likes of Norwich, who they beat, obviously, and Leicester game, all sides that have got distractions, not playing well in form. If I take 3 sides that actually have stuff to play for, were in form, I mean, I could argue Wolves were a poor fixture, really, given the amount of rotation they had. But away at Tottenham, away at Chelsea, no goal involvements. His XGI was 0.16 across those 3 games. He got 5 points. He played 280 minutes. So his minutes was he got less than a shot in a game and less key passes. So the point I think I'm making here is, against better opposition, he's not either getting further forward, he's not having as much influence. Maybe Newcastle as a whole are not as assertive or getting as much success. Or has he been asked to withdraw slightly? And when you look on a previous slide, Liverpool, Man City and Arsenal, really tough games. I mean, they're not any easier than Tottenham away and Chelsea away. Much, you'd argue they're harder. And look at those stats. You wouldn't be bringing anyone in with those stats. On the other side of the coin, I do get 4.9 is a really nice price. He's absolutely nailed it in that side. So for me, Bruno, the price, again, as an enabler, I think he's a much better option than the likes of Ramsey, if you're bringing in maybe a Brownhill, someone like that. And we get it. If it's an enabler, yes, I think he's a decent price. But for me, it's a big question mark against the top sides that knows no double game week fixtures, and against those top sides, I don't see that he's going to get the returns. So enabler, yes. For bringing him in, relying on points, not so sure. Players that have been taken out then, Rudiger, yes, he's missed the game at the weekend. We're not expecting him to play that, but obviously he's quite close to the West Ham. Sorry, not the West Ham, the one after that at Old Trafford. So there was some speculation he might be fit, but no, Tuchel's ruled him out. So then he's got Everton away, Leeds away, Leicester at home, Watford away, Wolves at home. Some really nice green fixtures and a double in 36. Now we know when he comes in, he's absolutely nailed. He's not in for any of his goal involvement at points. He has picked up a few, you'd have to say, goals and assists over the course of the season. But when he does come in, he's absolutely nailed. The fixtures look brilliant. The only problem is, when does he come back in? We've seen this a few times, maybe not with Tuchel, but with other managers. The player just ends up being not quite ready for the fixture, then he misses another one, then he misses another one. We haven't got that many fixtures to play on. For me, I've got a question mark. I'm holding him. I didn't get rid of him because I think there's a good chance he'll play the away fixture at Manchester United. If not then hopefully definitely by Everton. I think we've got time to wait for that. But if he is fit, he's absolutely nailed. He's got the fixtures. I don't see why you take him out. Unless you've got to transfer to Burn and you want to bring in an Alonso or something like that, maybe. But for me, I'm just a hold for now. Rudiger's just so nailed. And the positive thing as well is that he's had an enforced rest. So does that mean now for the last 6 games we see him play all of them, including the FA Cup final? I think there's a good chance he are. And if he does, there's some clean sheets in there for sure. So for Rudiger, I'm not rushing to get rid of him. The other one is Lacazette coming out. Yes, you can understand it. His XGI had not been brilliant. Obviously, he lost his place in the side. Those fixtures don't look amazing either. If we have a look at his, he scored once since game week 19. I mean, that's the real worry, I think. The fact that he's lost his place, I just think it's a no-brainer. I think if you want to get rid of him, yes, get rid of him. Even a move to Nketiah would be decent. That saves you some money as well. I don't see any reasons why to bring him in. If he does get his place back, and maybe he does, is he still going to remain on penalties, or has that now gone to Saka, who scored the last 2? I think maybe Saka would be a more logical, especially with Lacazette with the contract out. Not sure what's going to happen in the future. So lots of reasons. I don't see any reason to keep Lacazette. Get rid of him. Yes, absolutely agree. Steve Wood, again, looking at those fixtures. Did I say Steve? Chris Wood said 0.26. 1 goal involvement in the last 5, good minutes. He's playing lots of games, but he's just not getting many goals or returns, and he's not even getting many threats. Shots per 91, 5 shots over the last 5 games. That's not great. He's not in there for his passing or assists, which you hope he maybe pick up. It's fair to say Howe's been very sort of defensive of him, but he hasn't perhaps produced returns, and maybe he's been bailed out by the fact that other players around him are scoring goals. Maybe I'm being harsh on him. Maybe he's part of that, occupying defenders. But Steve Wood hasn't got the fixtures. He hasn't got the XGI. Yeah, I think he's time to go. I think there's much better options. If you want to save money, go down to Nketiah. I definitely think that's a good option. James Maddison, then. What I do like about Maddison is that people are getting rid of him. He's blanked in the last couple. He's got the minutes, but he has blanked the last couple. Shots in around the box 2, that's decent. Passes, always good creative. Looking at his shots, he's shooting from some decent positions, as you can see there. Well, within the area. Getting the minutes in the last 5 games, which is really good news. He's got the fixtures. Tottenham away, you'd say, was a tough game, but that's going to be sort of sandwiched either side of the Roma. Then you've got Everton and Norwich, Watford, Chelsea, Southampton. Some really good fixtures, you'd say, but not producing the points in the last 5 games. So people getting frustrated with him. So he started 6 last 7. He's definitely got the fixtures. It's just rotation for me, isn't it? I've got him in my side. Have to say it was a toss-up between trying to get rid of him or someone else. I've stuck with him just because I think he's got more fixtures. He did have a rest a couple of games ago. It is a worry with rotation, but for 36 and 37 decent fixtures, I still like him, and Leicester's still scoring goals. So for me, he's a question mark. I'm not going to say I'd rush to bring him in. Do think there's possibly better options at 7 million, but not sure whether I'll be transferring him out just yet. I think I'd still wait and see for that Roma first leg as to whether what the situation. They might get absolutely battered against Roma in the first leg, in which case it almost feels like a league would then be the priority. But so much to do, I wouldn't jump out and get rid of him just yet. Harry Kane then, he's got a sea green. He's got fixtures against Leicester, Burnley and Norwich. In between that, you've got the double against Liverpool and Arsenal. And we know what we're getting with Kane. He's absolutely nailed. The XGI still looks good. 7 goal involvements in the last 5. Yes, they've blanked in the last 2, but he's played every minute. Still decent over 31 points. Getting shots in and around the box, 2.6. Him and Son do seem much quieter, and obviously with his price, it is a lot of money to be carrying. But we know he's nailed. He knows he's got the fixtures. It's the price, isn't it? Do you keep hold of him for those fixtures? I think given that Tottenham were so desperate and then, to get the points on the board for that Champions League, that Arsenal game's going to be crucial. We know he's not going to rest. He's going to be playing every minute. He's on pens. I still think if I've got him, I'm holding him. I think I'm holding it. If I haven't got him, perhaps do I not bring him in? That's a different question. But that double in 36 might not be good, but it is a double. And then you've got the fixture in game week 38, which looks really nice. So for me, I think I'm keeping Kane. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you found that useful. Let me know what you're doing, what your transfer plans are. In the meantime, best of luck with the rest of your game week 34, and I shall speak to you soon.